Hey guys, welcome to another installment of Toby's Books, where we're going to be reviewing the book Thou Shalt Prosper by my favorite rabbi, Rabbi Danil Lappin. I really don't know where to start with this book because it's jam-packed with so much information, but there's 4 things that really stood out to me from the book Thou Shalt Prosper. The first thing Dr. Rabbi Lappin says is that we need to believe in the dignity and morality of business. He argues that business people are looked down upon. They're almost seen as second-class citizens, and he says that is a wrong attitude we take. We need to see business people as people who help build families, who help provide jobs and resources for people to live their lives. He argues that we should see business as something which is dignified and moral, and if we don't see it that way, we will be unable to go into business ourselves. So the first point I want to say is that we need to believe in the morality of business and believe also that it's dignified. The second point that really stood out to me was that he says that we should act rich. One of the limiting beliefs people have is that they're poor, they don't have enough to give, and he says that we should always give. What that does when we give is that it gives us a mentality or mindset that we are wealthy. Too often people hoard money and they don't want to give. But when you start giving, you start realizing that there is abundance and that you can give to every good cause and need. So the second point that I want to share with you is act like you are rich. And the way to do that is to give. That could be to a charity, it could be to your church, it could be to a synagogue. It doesn't really matter who you give to. The key thing is that you do need to give. Giving gives you that sense that you are wealthy and that you're prosperous. It gives you a mentality that you have more than enough, not a lack mentality. If you don't know it, there's many wealthy people who give usually 10% of their wealth. People like Oprah Winfrey. I recently heard that a footballer called Wilfred Zaha gives 10% away of his money each week to a notable charity or to a good cause. That is what I want to leave you with. Give at least 10% of your wealth to either a charity or to a religious organization. The third point is that you need to enlarge your friendship circle. Too often we're so complacent. We're used to the friends that we've had for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and it's really a challenge to break out of those friendship circles. Daniel Rabbi Lapin says that increase your friendship circle. Get to know different people. Do not be scared to wander out of your friendship circle. There's a saying that you will earn the average of your 5 closest friends. So if you want to earn more money, find 5 new friends who actually earn more than you. And what will happen is that they will actually bring you up to their level. They will challenge your belief systems and what you think you're capable of doing. So the third point I want to emphasize is increase your friendship circle. Get new friends, friends who think differently from you and who will challenge you. The final point that I want to emphasize is never retire. Dr. Rabbi Lappin says that in the Hebrew language, there is no such word as retirement. In fact, studies have shown that when people decide to retire, often over 7 years, they are likely to pass away. Why is that? It's simply because when people have the mindset that they're going to retire, it stops them from reaching other goals. They give up almost on life. That's what the word retirement does. It's a way of saying that I'm about to shut down. So never retire. Always be thinking, what more can you do? Who can you help? What goals can you achieve and succeed? There's a famous book called Man's Search for Meaning. And in the book, the author talks about some of the challenges he faced in the concentration camps. And he distinguishes between why some Jewish people were able to survive the brutality of the concentration camps whilst others weren't. And one of the single reasons that contributed to him and others surviving was that they had a goal that they wanted to achieve and reach once they left the concentration camps, whilst those who were unable to survive, they gave up. Whilst the author Viktor Frankl knew that he wanted to bring those who had put him in those concentration camps to justice, that kept him going throughout the difficulty. So I want to challenge you on point number 4, never retire. Always be reaching out for some sort of goal, and that will keep you going throughout life. Hey guys, hope you liked today's video on Thou Shalt Prosper by my favorite Rabbi, Rabbi Danil Lappin. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and also hit the bell. Please also share with 5 friends this video, and finally hit the playlist on the left hand side. Thank you, and I'll see you next week.